Is Diablo Immortal just like Diablo 3 on the Switch, or should you just play Diablo 3 on Switch instead of Diablo Immortal? Let's talk. What is it, my friends? My name is Echo, and welcome back to the channel. And today in my comments section, I had someone saying that Diablo Immortal was just gonna be another Diablo 3, but on mobile device, and that they've been playing Diablo 3 on their Switch. They're in love with it. It's the best game ever, which is awesome, by the way. I'm really happy that someone's out there and enjoying Diablo 3 on Switch. I'm sure that it's not just one person. I'm sure there's a whole community of those people, but this is not Diablo Immortal. Like, we need to talk about how Diablo Immortal is not just like Diablo 3, but on phones, because it in no way is like Diablo 3, or actually it's like Diablo 3 and then with another game on top of it. So let's break this down. Diablo 3 has campaign, Diablo 3 has rifts, and Diablo 3 has dungeons. Now let's talk about Diablo Immortal for a second, because Diablo Immortal has all of those things. We have a campaign which is going to be up to level 60, which we're at 55 right now in the closed alpha. We have Elder Rifts and Challenge Rifts. We have dungeons and pop-up dungeons. What do we have in Diablo Immortal that Diablo 3 does not have? And that is what makes Diablo Immortal a different game than Diablo 3. But not only that, this is what makes Diablo Immortal different than Diablo 3, or even better than that, this is what makes Diablo Immortal better than Diablo 3. Yes, I've said it. I believe it 100%. By the way, Treasure Goblin, you gotta love the Goblin. I think this Treasure Goblin escapes me. Maybe not. I get him. Okay. False alarm. We do get the Treasure Goblin. We grab all that gold. So, what does Diablo Immortal have inside of the game already, even though we're still inside of the closed alpha? But what does Diablo Immortal have that Diablo 3 doesn't? Well, let's talk about it. We got Battlegrounds, PvP, right? There's no PvP in Diablo 3. It would be broken in Diablo 3. They're working on making it work here in Diablo Immortal. Hint, hint, I still believe that we need a Battle Royale mode where your gear does not matter. That needs to be in Diablo Immortal. Just saying. Back on task right here. We have adventurers who are people who are going to play the surface of the game, right? They're not going to be diving into the end game things that I'm about to mention. They're going to want to play campaign, rifts. We have the Heliquary, which is a monthly boss that you can take down for more buffs and rewards. You get enhancements right now if you're an adventurer for experiencing this. So that's something that's not in Diablo 3. We also have the Shadows, and we have the Immortals. The Immortals are in charge of keeping Sanctuary safe, and the Shadows are in charge of keeping the Immortals in check. And there are very many events, very many PvE and PvP events that go down between the Shadows and between the Immortals. You have Raid the Vault, where the Shadows are going to try and go in and steal the gear from the Immortals in their vault. Just a nice, fun activity. You have 48 player multiplayer. It's more like a PvE broken up into 12s, but it's a lot of fun. It's a game mode that we haven't seen anywhere else before. There are actually multiple different game modes inside of the entire Shadow versus Immortal mechanic that hasn't been seen in any other Diablo game before. And I've made the prediction that I actually believe that some of the things that we're seeing here being used in Diablo Immortal, we will see in Diablo 4, which will be exciting as well, because we'll be able to take this really nice stuff from inside of Diablo Immortal. It's basically being tested here, and then we're gonna be able to see some of these features in Diablo 4, another PC and console gaming experience. Most likely not a mobile gaming experience. Something else that's different between Diablo 3 and Diablo Immortal is in Diablo 3 we have seasons. Seasons are where everything resets. You start a new character at the end of each season, and every season you have new gear sets and a new hero that's supposedly going to be one of the best ones for that season, which basically is enticing you to play different characters inside of the game and not to just be the same class all the time. Diablo Immortal will not have seasons. Thank you. I actually prefer Diablo Immortal to not have seasons. I may be in the minority there, but I like that if I build up a Crusader class, get my Crusader to 200 Paragon, I'm not going to lose that Crusader. And then I can build up another character on top of it. By the way, I've been thinking about it lately, and I think I miss playing multiple characters. So I feel like I'm a little late to the party right now because this closed alpha has to be ending soon, like any week now. So is it really worth me starting a new character class? Probably not, although I kind of want to do another barbarian again. Let's be honest, it's a lot of fun. But I probably shouldn't now. I should probably wait for the next round of testing. But you know, I don't know. But you know, I don't like the idea of seasons because all of your grind gets taken away and you're forced to play different characters or to start over. I personally like to keep my grind. When I work for something, I like to maintain that. I don't want to have it taken away from me. Now guys, if you want to see more Diablo Immortal right now, drop on down to the comments section and type on in more Diablo Immortal. I've been seeing those comments coming through, which means it's basically solidifying the fact that you guys are enjoying Diablo Immortal content and you want to see more. I've been thinking of making some vlogs around Diablo Immortal, talking about things outside of Diablo Immortal over Diablo Immortal gameplay. Let me know what you think of that. Is it a good idea? At the end of the day, Diablo Immortal is the future of Diablo until Diablo 4, and then we have a shared or a combined future where Diablo 3 is kind of going to be left in the background the way that Diablo 2 was, and of course there's always going to be a player community for that, but it's going to dwindle because more people are going to be playing Diablo Immortal, and then more people are going to be playing Diablo 4. And as I mentioned in a previous video, Diablo Immortal is not heavily going to be affected by Diablo 4 because the mobile audience, very, very different audience. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Really curious as to what you think. How you compare Diablo 3 on Switch, which is the mobile version of Diablo 3, to Diablo Immortal, especially some of my OGs out there who have played Diablo Immortal. What do you think comparing it to Diablo 3? You know what? Maybe we should have one of you guys come on a video and we could talk about it. Talking to the community about Diablo 3 versus Diablo Immortal. That's a good idea. Another treasure goblin. Do we get this one? One of them gets away. This may be the guy. Let's see. No, we got him still. No, we get him. I love treasure goblins and I love you guys. And I thank you for making it into this point in the video. Remember to come through my Twitter because that's what we're promoting today. Have a good day, guys, and be good.